What's up guys, it's Graham here. So today I'm going to be touring you through Jason Oppenheim's newly finished $10 million house here in the Hollywood Hills, and I gotta say, this one has some of the most outrageous, high quality, just extravagant finishes, furniture, and artwork I've ever seen in a home like this. So with that said, we're about to meet Jason out front and he's about to tour us around. I snuck in here a little bit early so I could film this introduction and ask you guys to destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm if you have not done that already. So with that said, make sure to make that like button turn blue. Let's meet Jason out front and let me show you guys around. Hey, welcome to my house. Come on in.
Thanks for having me over, man.
Of course. Glad to have you.
I've learned that the people that do well in real estate, they don't overthink things. You know, they find something and they make a move. The people that vacillate too much and they try to find, you know, they talk themselves out of buying anything all the time. They're like, oh, maybe I'll wait for the market to soften, or maybe I'll wait for this, or maybe that house isn't perfect. I find that those people don't do that well because they end up never buying. So I have really a formal entryway. I wanted to have the house really private, so I put hundreds of ficus trees all over the house. So this is one of the first things I did. I opened up, this was a small fireplace, and I opened it up and made it like 3 times as big so you can look out and see the city and the ocean. There we go.
Oh, that's neat.
At night it's really
that.
cool because you look over the blue pool and the city light. Well, this is a Louis Vuitton trunk from 1896. This is just, you know, a vintage mid-century lamp. This is actually off of like a 1920s prop plane. Okay. These are really cool. These are from Spain and from the 1700s, and they were the counterweights to like the town clocks.
That's too cool.
Weigh them down. This is off of a 1940s U.S. Navy ship. Okay. So it's all brass, and this phone actually works.
And it works.
Which is really cool. Well, I actually spent more money probably wiring this to the house than the phone cost. I mean, this is maybe like $2,000, and I probably spent at least $2,000 getting it into this room. And then I collect a lot of vellum-bound books. So you'll see all these around the house. They're all between 400 to 600 years old. So in this, I wrapped I've wrapped several of the bathrooms in leather. Okay. Just to give it some context, and then when you B-roll in here, you'll see it. But even like the fixtures, everything is brass. It's like the mirrors, a couple hundred years old out of London.
So what was the first place then you bought for yourself?
A little one on Londonderry. Okay. Yeah, 1.3 million was my first house.
What year was that?
2013. I remodeled that one. I added a lot of value. The market, you know, in 2013, 14, 15 was going up. So I refinanced it. I ended up getting out all the money that I put into it and an extra $500,000. So now, you know, essentially I have minus $500,000 of equity in that house. It's still covering, you know, making me a few thousand a month. So I took that extra money and I went and bought another house up the street on Evanview, remodeled that one, refinanced it, got all my money out of that and some, and then did it again here. One of the coolest things in the house is this TV.
Oh, we got to see the TV.
Yeah, because when I walked in to the house, I didn't want to see a TV over the fireplace. I didn't want to see a TV at all, actually. So we had to dig 10 feet into the ground and then about 5 feet wide, just jackhammer all the bedrock. Then we had to pour concrete and basically made it like a safe room.
How much was that to do?
This whole thing is probably about $50,000.
$50,000?
Yeah, because just this lift, just the lift alone, it was about 15, just this chrome thing. And then I did this, I put the flooring on the bottom so it looks like it's like fixed. I didn't want any trim, so I have the outlets going right up against the drywall.
How much is it extra to do this versus having the
I thought it was only like $250 extra. Each one of these is $250, but then the drywall guys are spending hours on these, you know, to get so that's actually where the expense is. So in retrospect, it was a nightmare. Now, these are one of my favorite things in the house. These are by a company called Henge. They're all hand burnished brass, and then you've got this burnt orange suede leather, and they're like over $5,000 a piece. So whenever people come over, I'm very careful to make sure.
Do you count the chairs to make sure they're all here?
Well, I can see if there's one missing. All the lighting in the house is Buster and Punch out of London. So they make this one. This is the biggest one they make. So you see how big that one is? I had to have that custom made. So I actually flew out to New York, met the designer for Buster and Punch, got all the material from him, found a manufacturing plant here, and had to make that. So it looks like it's the same company, but it's actually not. So this tree, it was real at one point. But it was dying, even though I put in the skylight So I had them leave the original branches. This is like the real branch. And then I had a silk guy come in and add the silk leaves.
Are you serious?
He's like the best in California. So most people wouldn't know that this isn't real. And this is one of my favorite artists back here, James Goldcrown. He did this piece for me. I just bought that vintage frame at auction and he painted that. He does a lot of the hearts around town.
Right.
Don't even ask me how much I put into this. This one I don't think I've made much money on. No, I'm not going to sell it, so it doesn't matter. And it will definitely rent for a lot more than my mortgage if I ever rented it. But at this point, I feel like I deserve to just, overspend, do something the way that I want to, and just enjoy it. So I really love steel and wood, and I love floating stairs. So in all my homes, I build these floating stairs, which is really difficult, but each one of these weighs 250 pounds, and then this one weighs 800 pounds. So you can imagine all the steel in the wall to support all this. And you zoom in on the Oppenheim Group wine here, guys. Just a quick plug. So Graham, I did all the countertops in the house. I did in solid 1/4-inch rolled steel. So you won't see this at any other property. Okay. I mean, this weighed about 700 pounds. We'd have like 6 people carry this in. But it's indestructible. And then this is like one of my favorite coffee makers.
This is too cool.
Out of Canada. It's actually really complicated, so I'm not even using it right now. And it takes forever to clean. Okay. But it looks cool. Sink. This is all 400 pounds of carved basalt rock. So that's also, I like very natural elements like concrete, rock. This is a Picasso right here. You can see.
Now you missed one of the best parts here. The refrigerator.
Sure. Yeah, so now you guys can see that I don't eat and drink too much.
Not healthy,
just chicken and salads.
Okay.
And then this is cool. This goes up and down.
That's great.
Let me see. Slowly, but it works. So here's like another little detail that I did more recently. Again, this is 1/4-inch rolled steel, so all this weighs like 30 pounds. I had to open this all up. This is the ship's company out of like Massachusetts in the 1900s. This is like a barometer, and this is a clock. They each weigh like 8 pounds. They're solid brass.
Okay.
So I just slipped them in there. This is my favorite poem by Robert Frost.
What does it say?
Two roads diverged in the yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And now this bar, I enjoy like entertaining, so this bar serves really well. Again, made out of solid steel and copper.
So then you have more bedrooms on this side.
Yeah, these are my guest bedrooms, which I really don't like having guests like near me.
Yeah.
So I like my master over there, and then my guest bedrooms over here. This is James Goldcrown again.
Right.
Yeah, this is Basquiat. I don't know if you know that artist.
This one?
Yeah, he's
No,
like
I don't.
contemporary to Warhol. All the closets are suede, lined, and then I put structural steel in the wall. So you'll notice a lot of times you'll see like a little V bracket here.
Yeah.
I don't have that, like, because I have all the steel in the walls.
Wow.
Bathroom. I like doing, instead of door handles, I like just like carve out a circle. Then again, this is all hand carved basalt stone. I also really like barn doors. This is the only place in the house where I can figure out a barn door working, but I made sure to include it.
How did you get then the capital to buy the first house?
I mean, I wasn't making much money. The first few years, I think $50,000, $40,000 to $60,000 for like the first couple of years. And obviously I'm not saving on that, certainly not buying a house with that. Then I think the third year did pretty well, a few hundred, and then I started building momentum. So I started saving a lot of money. I mean, I spend a lot of money now.
Saving money?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't
What?
never as good as you, but I was more careful about spending for like the first few years. Now, now whatever. Like, I'm now 40. I just want to do what I want,
Yeah.
And I'm still smart about things, but I don't care about spending money on furniture, or vacations, or food, or whatever. But when it comes to real estate, I make sure that I'm very careful on real estate, because that's a big, who cares about the small things like food, clothing, whatever. If when it comes to the big bets, you're doing it right and you're making smart bets. So this is the master bedroom. It's kind of its own wing of the house. This is my office. I mean, I don't really work here that much, to be honest. I'm usually at the
love this
actual office. But I really do like this.
This is probably my favorite part of the house, is just this angle right here.
I would actually agree.
Like
this is probably my favorite. So I designed this desk, but it was so heavy I had to bolt it to the ground because it would like fall over and
Wow.
This ladder I got out of Germany, but it works, and you can go up here and move around and get your books. I've got 3 homes with 3 clocks, all like this. I go to a bell tower company and I commission the clock, and then I wire it, and then it does like well, I don't have it plugged in right now, but it plays like Big Bang and all that stuff. Problem is, it wakes me up. Every hour. That's why I unplugged it. This guy, this is one of my favorite pieces. This Harlan Miller right here.
Yeah.
That I have on the wall right here. And this is cool. This is from the 1930s. It's a studio light. So I just had a guy spend months refurbishing the whole thing. In fact, he took 2 of them and picked all the best parts from each one and then made this. It's so bright that if you shine that on somebody from 30 feet away, like they get really hot. But you don't want it in there. I'm telling you, it is so, and the whole room gets hot.
Wow.
I don't know how people acted in the 20s when they had those lights on them. This is a slit for the projector screen, which comes down.
Okay.
So if I say, Alexa, close the shades, I'm not going to tell her to put that down, but then it turns into like a movie theater, so I can just watch it from there.
And then where's the projector?
Right there.
Oh wow, you have it hidden right behind.
Yeah, so I turn the fireplace on, have this little lantern on,
Okay.
and then turn a movie on. Alexa, open the shades. So here, take a look at the shower.
Okay.
I'm not that tall of a person, but I have a really tall shower. So this is all. This is stone meant to look like the steel, and then a floating step.
Okay.
And then steel finishes everywhere. So even this, I just trimmed out in steel.
This is what I love, the watch collection. Is that new? I didn't see that watch.
Patek, yeah.
Wow.
I'll show you.
This is my favorite part of the house, is right here.
I don't wear it a ton. I don't know, because it's like very formal.
Yeah, if you ever want to trade, just let me know.
I mean, when I met you, when we started at Coldwell Banker, I was living with my buddy Alex in a 1-bedroom, $1,400 a month apartment, driving my grandfather's like $1,000 1980s, gold Cadillac. I mean, I was not exactly balling, 10 years ago, and that's not that long ago.
Yeah.
But year 1, year 1 and 2, you're just learning, really. So I didn't make, but that's fine because I was learning. I was really working on figuring out about real estate in Los Angeles. Year 3 and year 4, I was focusing on fundamentals, building my business. I had a few clients, but I was treating them, really well, and making sure that everyone was happy, and then I was getting referrals, doing all the hard work, the groundwork. The truth is, there's no easy, way to get successful. I don't think. I mean, yeah, go buy a lotto ticket, but that's not going to work. You just have to earn it. I didn't have room in it for a bathtub, because I wanted my sauna here. So I built this sauna out. This guy spent 6 weeks, hand cutting each piece of wood out there, and then I had to put my copper tub outside. But that doesn't bother me. I've used that once in 2 years.
Really?
Yeah. So this is kind of my little hangout spot off the master. It's a little fireplace at night, and then. Oh, let me turn my misters on. I just got these new misters, which are cool. The house was essentially here. I mean, I just redid. So this roof, it's original. I just took each piece off, power washed it, waterproofed the roof, and then put each piece back on, cleaned. Because I really like to keep the integrity. I like fire feature. Yeah. So I just wanted to go into the pool, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but it worked. And then I actually didn't have a spa here. The spa was over there. I wanted my fireplace over there, so I just added a spa.
That's great.
So because I have nice furniture and things in the house, I have a really awesome alarm system. It goes around the whole perimeter. And it's actually some live person looking at it anytime anyone crosses. So heat censored, infrared, and then voice activated, and it goes around the house and around the whole perimeter of the house. So it's pretty awesome. Cool. No one's getting on the property.
Plus 2 guard dogs. Nico and Zelda.
Nico and Zelda too. A lot of people, encourage me to take huge steps. Let's go open up a second office. Let's go, grow the brokerage and have hundreds of agents. I've kind of resisted that ego play. I've stayed focused on what got me successful. I think that's one thing that people lose sight on. For example, if you look at any top agent in Los Angeles, you look at the top 10 agents, not a single one of them just uses their cell phone. They have an office line, and by the time you get a hold of them, you're 3 people deep. I only use my cell phone. I don't have an office line. If my clients call, I pick up. If my clients text, I pick up. So I don't forget why I got here, and that's just from working my ass off, knowing the market. So I still make sure that I'm the foremost expert in my area, and I give my clients, completely undivided attention. And I just don't forget that. I still force myself to sit open houses. I will not get rid of. I will not add an office number. Just some things that I promise myself that will, keep me grounded, keep me focused, keep me working hard. Because the truth is, as soon as you start taking things for granted, you're done.
I think that's our ending. Perfect.
All right, bud.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to be linking to Jason's information down below in the description. But as always, make sure to destroy the subscribe button and the notification bell. Also, feel free to add me on Instagram. I post here pretty much daily. So if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there. As on my second channel, The Graham Stephan Show, I post there every single day. I'm not posting here. So if you want to see a brand new video from me every single day, make sure to add yourself to that. And lastly, if you guys want 2 free stocks, use the link down below in the description. And Webull is going to be giving you 2 free stocks when you deposit $100 on the platform, with one of those stocks potentially worth all the way up to $1,400. So if you want your 2 free stocks, use the link down below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.